Peace family, it's Kyle King here, your instructor for Classroom to Boardroom here at the Shine Institute. First, I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for just investing in yourself, investing whether it's in your business, in your craft, truly being able to invest in your dream of the future. So my name is Kyle King. I'm the CEO and founder of the Shine Institute. And the overall course that we'll be taking you through is really focused on teaching people, teaching you how to take yourself out of the classroom mindset and get into the boardroom mindset. And I remember so many times when I was a student, whether it be in middle school and high school and in college, it's the same feel. It's the same classroom mentality. You come in before the bell rings, you shut the door, you sit there on your little desk, you take notes, you listen to the instructor the whole time, and then what? Right? And then what? And then you go to the next class. In life, it's completely different. And I have so many students, so many people that I mentor, that I coach throughout their whole journey. They've been straight A students, they've been 4.0 GPAs, they've been valedictorians, or they maybe have not been, and then they get out into life, they get into the life market, as we like to call it, and they can't perform. They can't speak publicly. They can't handle conflict. They can't do the necessary and tangible things that are going to help excel them through life. So this first course, we're going to set the foundation on the overall program. We're going to get you to a point, and the overall objective of this course is to get you to a point where you can make those passions, those things, those gifts, those skills, those things that keep you up at night, the things that motivate you, you can make those passions and turn them into profit. You can get yourself from the place where you maybe are employed mentally to the place where you are unstoppable. So why I'm qualified to stand here and be your instructor is because I've done just that. There was a time when I was unemployed. There was a time, my first job out of college, I made the wrong decisions. I had the greatest job on earth, being a pharmaceutical sales rep for the #1 pharmaceutical company in the world, Johnson & Johnson, and through bad decisions, through bad choices personally, it cost me professionally my job at the time. So those same bad decisions, those same learning lessons, those same things that I learned as a career professional, as an entrepreneur now, we are going to take you through today in terms of the systems, in terms of how to market, in terms of how to market yourself, how to build relationships, how to scale, all of these different things we're going to take you through today, and we're going to take you throughout the whole program. So the first thing that I want to be able to talk to you about is a little bit about my story. So let's just put, I guess, me right here. Let's put Kyle King. I want you to first get out of the mindset that you cannot do everything, that you cannot do anything that you want to do, anything that you put your mind to. And I truly believe that's a cliche. We've been hearing that since we were children, but you can truly do anything that you want to put your mind to, or that you put your mind to. In college, I was a double major in finance and international business. I was an all-American track athlete. I was an entrepreneur, so I started my first company when I was a sophomore in college, a nonprofit organization by the name of Project Shine Incorporated. I was a father. I was a community activist. I was a mentor. I was all of these different things. So let's just write these down to put it into perspective. So I was a business owner, so we're just going to put biz owner. I was a student, double major. I was an athlete, track. I was a community leader. And then I was a mentor, so I served a lot. So I guess a volunteer, let's put that. And on top of all of those different things, I was a father, a single father, with a whole child, not a half child, a whole child. So I managed to start, form, run, scale, sustain a business. I managed to go to class, get there on time, and still graduate in the top tier of my graduation class. I still managed to make it to practice on time, make every meet, and do everything that was necessary to keep my body, mind, and my health in perfect condition. I was outside in the community, focusing on my business, focusing on other opportunities in terms of networking, planning events, all these different things. And then I was a mentor and really helping other kids in the school systems through all of these different youth organizations. And on top of all of that, I was a father. So I don't want you to feel like you just can't do it because you do all of these different things, or you're a student, or maybe you're a mom, or maybe you're a father with kids and a husband. All of those things I've learned are just excuses on ways that psych us out to believe that we can't get, we can't obtain, and we can't become the true successful beings that we were put on this earth to be. So that's the first thing. That's going to be the first point of this whole program, is to really teach you and get you out of the mindset of what? Making excuses, people. I want you to get in the mindset first of stop making excuses and figure out ways, figure out strategies, figure out the necessary methodologies to execute. I want you to eliminate the excuses. And through this course, we're going to teach you the strategies on how to execute, but not just execute, not just activities, because activity, I believe, doesn't equal achievement. And we'll talk about what that truly means a little bit later. But I want you to create the strategies to execute, to elevate, to empower your dreams, your vision at a high level of performance. And one of the strategies that I use is taking this dot, which is yourself, taking all of these opportunities outside yourself, and erasing all of the different things that are distracting you. So now you can focus only on yourself. Now, how we get into the part and into the mindset where we make our passions profitable. So a little bit about how I did it. So when I was in school, I took every single opportunity as not an opposition. I looked at every single challenge. I looked at every single problem as a potential possibility. And I know this is cliche and you probably heard it all the time, but I want you to look at everything that you do, everything around you, and I want you to ask yourself, how can I be optimistic? How can I create an opportunity? And how can I make the best of these moments that I feel and that I experience, that I'm exposed to? So what I did, I interned, and then I interned some more, because what I believe is that there's 3 steps to life. You have to be able to serve so that you can then learn something and then you can earn. And I think a lot of times we get to the mindset, have the ideology that we're earning or that we really serve to learn. We want to learn new things, learn people, learn all these different things. And then it just gets to the part where you start making money, right? Completely wrong. You earn credibility. You earn respect. You earn a network of people. And then all of those different things, you earn strategies. You learn or you earn ways to now get to the place where you make yourself profitable. So in college, I had the best opportunities. I interned with NASA, and I really thought I wanted to be able to work at these companies. So at a time, I was a chemistry major coming in, or really a pre-med major coming in, and then I took chemistry, and then I shifted my major. But I took chemistry, and I thought that I wanted to be able to have this NASA opportunity. So then I went to work for NASA in Houston, Texas, at the Space Center. Absolutely an amazing experience. And then what I learned is that, you know what? This is not what I see myself doing every single day. It's just truly not. It's not what I want to be doing. It's not the lifestyle that I want to be living. It's not just what I wanted to do. So what I started to learn early is that my passion was not truly my passion. I started thinking that my passions were the things that I wanted to be in terms of the professions. And we're going to talk about that throughout this program, that your passions are not in forms of professions. But what we're teaching is how to turn what you're truly passionate about, how to find your passion, and then create that in a way where it becomes your profession so you can make it profitable. So fast forward a little bit. Then I worked with the USDA because I just thought that I wanted to work for the government. I loved the lifestyle, but the lifestyle wasn't conducive with the lifestyle that I wanted to live outside of work. So the lifestyle at work was amazing. You get in late, you leave early, you're off on Fridays. And at the time I was in Colorado, so it was beautiful weather. I used to ride my bike to work every single day. And it was absolutely awesome outside of everything that I did. But then I started seeing that the amount of money that I needed to be able to sustain my lifestyle, in a sense, the government couldn't give me. So what I started to see is that, you know what, I love the experience, and I started to gain like knowledge, in a sense, of kind of a little bit of what I wanted my work life to be. But then I understood, like, hey, I need a little bit higher income. So I had the NASA, that it was an amazing experience. It gave me the excitement. I had the USDA, and it was like, I love the lifestyle. So now it's just a challenge on kind of trying to fit all of these different things together. And what exposure does, what experiences do, is they help you kind of shift everything, the do's and the don'ts together to kind of create what you want to be. I think that the problem with most of our lives, not really most of our lives, but really the mindset and how we view life, is that we go through life with this mindset of, hey, I'm doing all these things to find myself. So you go through life, this is life, and you are on this constant journey, ups and downs, to find yourself, which is very commendable, people. Like I truly respect people that are on this journey to be able to finding themselves. But what I want you to realize is the power of finding your passions and realizing your purpose and operating within your calling is not finding yourself. All of the different things that you are exposed to, all of the different experiences are simply to create yourself. You have the power to create anything that you want to be, whether it's a widget as an engineer, whether it's an educational plan as a teacher, or a new way of thinking as a videographer. You have the spirit of creating anything that you want to become. You have a spirit on the digital market to create anything that you want people to perceive you as. You have to focus more on not trying to find your way, but creating your way so that you can operate in your best being. So I want to talk to you about how I created myself and how I found what I was truly passionate about through exposure. So in 2013, I had the opportunity of traveling all the way to Ghana. Now, if you don't know where Ghana is, it's in Africa. If you don't know where in Africa, then your first homework assignment is for you to go Google Ghana, pull up a big map, and figure out where Ghana is and the importance of why I went there first and why it meant so much to go there first. So when we went to Ghana, it was an amazing experience because I was over there, and the whole trip, one, was free because I got selected as a part of the college that I went to. So it was nothing, like no out of pocket cost. And I went there, got my passport, got my shots and everything, and I went there with the mindset that Africa was people of savages, and it was just very rich over here and then very poor, and it wasn't beautiful, and all these different things that I've been exposed to in terms of the media, in terms of movies. But what I soon learned based upon my own experience and what I was exposed to with my own eyes to visualize is that the country, the people, the experience, the culture, the food, everything was absolutely beautiful. Now, what if I would have never went there? What if I would have never went there and I would have had this whole perception of something based upon a step that I never took in my life? See, I think that a lot of people on the other side of this screen, you yourself right there, operate like this. Based upon the perception, based upon, hey, I have this passion or this thing that I want to do, and then someone tells you, oh, that's ugly, that's not nice, that's savagery. then I don't truly believe you would take that step, go on that trip, and take that leap of faith and still operate in what you truly want to do. And I think that happens to so many people. But when I was over there, I had the opportunity of working in the school systems and going and volunteering and all these different things and learning the economy. And what I started to see was that students didn't lack the intellectual capacity. They didn't lack the mental bandwidth to be able to learn. What they did lack is the necessary resources. The necessary resources that can provide them with the skill sets to be able to help advance them through the educational process and create leaders, create businessmen, create dentists, create doctors, create themselves. Because they lacked resources. So what if, because I lacked exposure, I would have never saw that they lacked resources, and that's the reason that they can't create themselves. So what I soon learned is that if I did not get this experience, I would have never saw that someone around the country, someone around the world lacked resources, and that was the thing, that was the pitfall, that was the pain point that didn't allow them to create themselves and become the very dream, the very goal, the very thing that they aspire to be. So when I came back to America, I was a man on a mission. And after that experience, I created my first company, like I told you, Project Shine, with the mission of advancing students through the educational process to create them, to provide them with the resources and skills, to create them and cultivate them into becoming globally competitive business leaders. Because I soon came to realize that just because students are going through this in another country, another continent, let's see if it's still going on here in America. And I soon came to realize it was going on in America. The same struggles, the same things. I wanted to be able to create the students in my backyard before I truly invested in really branching out and studying or creating or innovating systems or strategies or products, goods, and services abroad. So through my exposure, I found my passion. Through my exposure, I found my purpose. And through my exposure, I found a way to make it profitable. How I made it profitable is that I took this model. I was like, I have all of these different mentors. I have all of these different coaches. I have all of these different, I was still a student, so I had all these professors at the time that believed in me in terms of my excellence within the classroom. So I thought, hey, well, maybe, just maybe, I could create excellence in terms of this thing called a business plan, and I could maybe get the same support that I get in class for my business. So what I did is I packaged everything up. I had a price on it. I took it to the Dean of Business in the College of Business at Alabama A&M University. I handed it to him. A few weeks later, I got a signature that the school was going to work with me on my first program. Because of my exposure, let me just write this down for you people. Because my exposure, the exposure led me to a pain point, led me to a plan, led me to a person, and then that led me to profit. The same plan and the same people and the same profit, when I then moved and expanded my organization to the state of North Carolina, I came here with the intention that if this model worked in Huntsville, Alabama, if this model worked in Atlanta, Georgia, if this model worked in New Jersey and Philly and Texas and all these different places, well, maybe, just maybe, it may work here. So I came here unemployed, with the mindset that I was going to be unstoppable. And when I came here, I was driving down the street. I noticed this sign that said Queen City STEM School. I came in there and I asked them, how can I serve you? How can I serve your students? Through my service, through me showing my value, I was able to turn myself from really volunteer to they asked opportunities to really sub in the classroom. From sub, I was leading then a whole financial literacy program. From financial literacy program, I partnered up with the after school program, and then I was shaping and helping lead the after school program while still directing marketing at the overall school. From directing marketing, I was offered a principal position at this school because of the value that I created as the marketing director. As the marketing director and then the overall candidate to be principal, I created ways and streams to turn those people, those students, this plan, and all of the different profit that I made into a system, into a business, where now we have focused on nationally enhancing students' education, committed to advancing and cultivating students into these globally competitive leaders, whether it be through STEM education or entrepreneurial education. And now I found a way to expose myself to the right people, to the right knowledge, to the right opportunities. I found my way to find the pain points of what people want and what they truly need, so that I can create a plan and then find the people, find the mentors and the gatekeepers, so now we can find profit. Welcome to Course 1, and I look forward to you in the next lesson.